In this video, I am going to explain something most people feel, but rarely have words for. That quiet discomfort that shows up the moment someone says, "I'm coming over." You smile, you agree, you sound welcoming, but somewhere inside your body tightens and a small voice whispers, "There goes my peace." If you know that feeling, you're not broken, you're not rude, and you're definitely not antisocial. You're responding to something deeply psychological, ancient, and human. Today, I want to explain why some people genuinely dislike having guests over, even when they truly love the people walking through the door. And to do that, we need to start with one misunderstood truth. Home is not a place. Home is a state of the nervous system. For many people, home is where the performance finally stops. Home is the only place where effort shuts down, breathing slows, the body softens, the mind stops scanning for signals. So when someone enters that space, even a close friend, the nervous system doesn't say, "This is nice." It says, "We're active again." Not danger, not dislike, activation. And that changes everything. Why hosting feels heavier than it looks. From the outside, hosting looks simple. A chair, some food, a conversation. But psychologically, hosting involves something people rarely acknowledge: emotional labor. Hosting means tracking another person's comfort, anticipating needs before they're spoken, managing conversation flow, regulating awkward silences, keeping the emotional atmosphere stable. That is work. Not visible work, not dramatic work, but work nonetheless. And for people who process deeply, who feel things intensely, that work is expensive. Not difficult, expensive. So when they hesitate about guests, it's not because they're unfriendly. It's because they understand the cost. Home is an extension of self. For some people, their home is not neutral space. It's personal territory. Their mess reflects their thinking. Their silence reflects their mood. Their routines are delicate and meaningful. When guests arrive, it can feel like exposure. Not because they're hiding something bad, but because they're unfinished. Their home holds them in their unfiltered state. So when someone steps into that space, the mind feels, "You're seeing me without armor." Even kindness can feel intrusive when it enters a place designed for rest, not presentation. People who dislike having guests often rely on rhythm. Same seat, same lighting, same quiet, same timing. This predictability isn't rigidity, it's regulation. The brain, especially a sensitive or high-processing one, interprets disruption as threat, not inconvenience. So when a guest arrives, nothing terrible happens, but the calm pond has been disturbed. A pebble drops in. The water is still water, yet the ripples touch everything. Some of the kindest, warmest, most emotionally generous people feel relief the moment the door closes behind a guest. Not because they dislike them, but because silence restores them. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is nourishment. It's where the nervous system resets, where thoughts stretch out again, where the body remembers itself. For these people, quiet isn't loneliness. Quiet is homeostasis. Psychologically, people who protect their space tend to have strong emotional boundaries. They don't avoid relationships. They don't push people away. They simply know what keeps them whole. Their home is not a stage. It's not a performance. It's who they are when no one is watching. That's why many prefer meeting friends in neutral spaces, like cafes, parks, or long walks. Places where connection doesn't require self-exposure. Places where they can leave before depletion sets in. For some people, this reaction began in childhood, in homes where guests meant noise, tension, forced politeness, emotional unpredictability, or chaos. Their nervous system learned an association. Visitors equal loss of safety, and the body remembers what the mind forgets. So even as adults, a simple knock on the door can activate an old pattern they never chose. This is not a flaw to fix. Modern culture often mislabels this trait. We call it antisocial. We call it avoidance. we try to correct it. But this isn't something broken, it's a design. These people are often deep thinkers, emotionally observant, creatively rich, internally busy. They expand energy inwardly, so they protect energy outwardly. Their home is their charging station, and you don't open a charging station to the world without consequences. The simplest truth: people who hate having guests over are usually not cold. They are self-regulating. They understand, often without words, that if I don't protect this space, I lose myself a little. And psychology, at its best, doesn't force people into norms. It respects the systems that keep people functional, peaceful, and whole. If this is you, you can love people deeply and still crave solitude. You can care for others and still guard your peace. You can choose silence without apology. Because for some people, the truest form of comfort isn't company. It's a quiet room, a familiar chair, a cup of tea, and the gentle hum of their own thoughts. If this described you, let me know in the comments. And if you want more deep, human explanations of everyday behavior, subscribe. We don't judge habits here. We understand them. I'll see you in the next video.